Fala galera, estamos aqui em Road America, já chegamos hoje, direto do track walk, então muito importante o track walk aqui, reconhecendo a pista, vendo cada detalhe. O asfalto aqui é novo, tem menos de um ano que botaram, então cada vez que tem um carro andando, muda um pouco, então super importante ver cada detalhe, cada zebra, cada parte da pista, e é isso. A equipe tá aqui atrás preparando o carro para amanhã, já temos um treino amanhã, então é isso, acertar o carro o melhor possível para a corrida, que é de 11h50 no sábado, horário do Brasil, e 2 da tarde no domingo, também horário do Brasil. Vamos para cima, conto com o apoio de vocês.
Cars, that means plenty of stories down on the grid. And standing by for us is DJ Clark. Hi, DJ.
Hey, Ryan, as you said, it's a little bit feeling like it could rain at any moment, but there are plenty of stories to be able to follow, namely up in the TCX category. It's Celso Neto on pole as the young Brazilian was able to put his Acura in that position.
So we'll see all three classes take the start more or less together here this weekend. Pole position, left-hand side of the screen, that's the Brazilian Celso Neto, who enters the VP acceleration zone and accelerates away, grabbing the lead in TCX and overall. Here comes the TC field right on their heels and not too far behind. PJ Gronke showing the way out in TCA.
Well, we see the battle up front. Neto looking for his second victory of the season, broke through and grabbed that first win of his campaign in round 1 at VIR. Chris Walsh has won the other 7 rounds of this championship, a healthy lead because of that, of course.
Pericarpi now tearing off in pursuit of the 2 leaders in TCX. We know he's got the pace to run with them based on qualifying. Here comes Walsh to the inside of Neto. Celso gives him room. They'll bang fenders at the apex of Canada corner, and it's still side by side.
Yeah, that was really nicely managed by Chris Walsh there. Neto didn't want to give it up. Walsh didn't just throw it down the inside. He felt it through the corner, which I like to see. Just didn't send it. But meanwhile, Pericarpi's closing in on these drivers for maybe an overall lead.
How about that? Chris Walsh had that sensor issue, as DJ reported, in qualifying, cost him a chance to go for pole. Right now, he's got his hands full with Pericarpi in the Mini, which comes blitzing down this front straightaway, runs out of steam relative to the TCX class cars towards the end of the straight, but still, it goes to show just how strong that Mini package is this weekend.
Yeah.
Walsh has dropped off the tail of Neto's Acura, and that's left him vulnerable to Pericarpi in the Mini now.
Yeah, so we're assuming that Walsh's sensor issue, I think it might have been a wheel speed sensor issue, has been addressed. So I don't see any lockup or anything, but nonetheless, he doesn't seem to have the pace for Celso Neto here this weekend. Celso has the fastest lap, which he's not really done that many times over Chris Walsh this season by 3/10. That would give him pole for tomorrow's race as well, and he's extended that gap now to 2.5 seconds as Walsh has got Pericarpi all over his tail. You know, it's a big commitment by Broll, certainly, but I think they should have been able to make it work.
Bitternatur did a nice job to avoid the incident going around the outside there, but 2 really strong cars, unfortunately, were eliminated in that incident.
Not ideal for Neto. It had established a 3-second lead over Chris Walsh, but I'm not sure Chris Walsh has the pace to get around Celso unless he makes a little mistake here. That Acura really seems to have great pace here around Road America.
It does, but it is a front-wheel drive car relative to the rear-wheel drive of the BMW, and typically because the front axle is doing all the work in the front-wheel drive car.
Yeah, and not sure he's going to score points either by the stage of the race that we're at with him being on the sidelines.
Yeah, have to make it to 50% of the class leaders lap total in order to be eligible to score points. Points are paid down to 10th. These are the points as they stand in TCX, with Chris Walsh still holding a significant advantage of 70 points over Celso Neto. Lucas Catania, lights are off, so the restart is imminent here at Road America. Celso Neto has led from pole. Chris Walsh put in a challenge early, but dropped off the back of that Acura midway through the first run before the full course yellow came out. That was for an incident involving Kaplan and Broll. Iglesias got caught up in it. Broll was able to continue on. Any advantage he had built has dissipated with the safety car, which now pulls in, and Celso Neto has the field under his control as they approach the VP acceleration zone, taking them up at a nice, slow, controlled pace as they crest the hill, just a few hundred yards away from the starter's stand. We wait for Neto to go. The race leader has the field under his control. There's the green flag, and we are off and running. Rica really did want to try and time that start. It didn't quite go according to plan, it would appear. Pericarpi able to hang on to the lead in TC. Walsh not able to hang with the leader overall, Neto. Here comes Rica looking around the outside. And it is an energy packet. So rather than an energy drink, it's kind of in a package that's a packet and then a smaller dosage. And I don't think PJ needs any extra energy, but would be a great spokesperson for it. That's for sure. As the white flag flies over Road America, Celso Neto leading Chris Walsh. Then it's Pericarpi, leader in TC, over Jeff Rica.
Yeah, he looked to have it under control until we got into this restart period of this race, didn't he?
Indeed. Just a couple of corners to go for Celso Neto.
If you think about the victory that he got VIR, that was because Chris Walsh was late to the grid and had to fight his way through the field. So this is what I'd call the first true, legit head-to-head beating of Chris Walsh, and we haven't said that this year yet.
Third in points last year, 1 win, 9 podiums in his 2023 campaign. It's been a really strong season so far with just 1 finish worse than 4th on the year. Celso's already celebrating as he comes up the hill. The Brazilian Celso Neto and the Skip Barber Racing team take the checkered flag first and win race 1 of the weekend at Road America. And they're in victory lane is equally fired up Celso Neto. Can't wait for him to get that window net down and a chance to speak with our DJ Clark. Hear his thoughts as his season just keeps getting stronger and stronger in year 2 in the championship.
Yeah, he's probably a bit too far back to catch Walsh for the championship, but nonetheless, if he goes on a roll here, we'll wait and see how tight he can make it. He's got to be really proud of this one. 2nd win.
And a chance now to hear from Celso Neto in victory lane.
Celso Neto, the sun is out. You got a victory here, and as opposed to VIR where you had to kind of get around Chris Walsh and he was in the back, you did this one on merit. This has got to feel great.
Yeah, for sure. You know, a lot of work has gone into getting this car where it is. It's a brand new platform. We've been working hard to Skip Barber, everyone at Honda Racing HRC. It's a big work in progress. I see all this emotion because, you know, we've been developing this car, and each time on track it's proven it's better and better. We've improved for sure on the tire degradation. So that was the #1 question for today. But I can't thank, you know, everyone enough at Skip Barber for all the help, the team, all my sponsors, AMED, Praga Carts, Primos Builders. Everyone supports me. It's, you know, really was amazing. But yeah, just put my head down this race, you know, focus on myself. Didn't make one mistake. That's really what I think put it together for us and helped us. It was an interesting battle with Chris. You know, he had a lot of pace in sector 2 and on the brakes for sure. So it was an interesting dynamic. Versus I had some pace in the kink and the faster stuff. So it was tough, but he's a great driver, great battle, very clean. Really happy, honestly, yeah.
That's a very happy Celso Neto. We're happy for you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Fantastic stuff from Celso here today. And it'll help him get a little bit closer in that points race. But like Calvin said, coming from a long way back, 77 points behind entering into the weekend. But Celso finds victory lane for the 2nd time this year, chasing Chris Walsh, who ends up 2nd here today. Those two really are the fight now in TCX.
Let's go! 12-4.
Number 22. Let's hear it for Celso Neto! And I think you know what to do at this point. Spray the champagne!
of the hour yesterday. Celso Neto thrilled to pick up that win. Like you said, on even footing with Chris Walsh. First time we've seen him come out on top in a true duel on equal footing, and he's got himself a really fast Acura here this weekend for the Skip Barber School team.
But up front, look at Celso Neto just taking off from this field.
He'll need to keep it that way because Chris Walsh has had good pace over the course of the season. 8 minutes gone by. Celso Neto's lead is now 3.4 seconds over Chris Walsh. Cooper Brohl 1.5 seconds back, a little bit stronger late in the race, considering the workload on the tires is spread more evenly with the rear-wheel drive platform.
Yeah, and it's always horses for courses. I mean, Road America is very different to VIR, of course. But nonetheless, I think this dominance that we're seeing by Celso this weekend is all of the hard graft that's been put in by that Skip Barber Racing operation alongside HRC and Acura, of course, with the platform to develop the car, and it's finally come good. It's the BMW's been the dominant car in this class for 2 or 3 seasons now, and it's great to see Acura suddenly get that car to the sharp end.
Similar pace, a little bit slower the last time around. As mentioned, new fastest lap of the race belongs to this man, Celso Neto.
Yeah, he's just been the dominant force. He was so excited after the victory, as we mentioned, had the win at VIR, but yesterday that was a big, big win, a big moment for that team to truly dominate the race, and they've come out this morning, and to me, they look even stronger in terms of their pace advantage over Chris Walsh in the BMW. Yesterday was just a couple of tenths. Today it's a full half second, the fast lap advantage that he has to this point in the race.
Background in touring car style racing in Brazil for Celso. Became the youngest podium finisher in Brazilian Touring Car Championship history at age 18 back in 2018. And has raced in the very competitive Stock Car Brazil Series, did a couple of NASCAR Brazil races last year as well, in addition to campaigning full-time here in TC America, where he finished 3rd in the championship with a win and 9 podium finishes. Has 2 wins on the season this year, and is now 13.5 minutes away from adding another to the tally.
Yeah, I think he's the real deal. I think he's a really bright young talent, and I think he's just looking to finish off this season in style. It's going to be unlikely that he can catch Chris Walsh unless Chris has some DNFs, because that points lead that he built by winning all those races consecutively is built, obviously. But Celso's just thinking about how do we score more and more wins before the season's end.
But it's all about this guy, Celso Neto, who drove to the win yesterday, looks set to back it up and sweep the weekend for Jeff Rica, who leads in TC. His teammate, Ruben Iglesias Jr., unfortunately not able to start the race here today after damage sustained in race 1 yesterday. Out of the final corner, though, at the front of the field, Celso Neto for the Skip Barber Racing Team and his Acura Integra Type S comes to the checkered flag. Celso Neto has won for the 3rd time in 2024. Holding off the points leader, Chris Walsh, who is next across the line.
Nothing anyone could do about this man here this weekend. Celso Neto sweeps, dominant performance, 6 tenths faster than Chris Walsh in race trim today.
Fantastic stuff. DJ Clark is there in victory lane. Let's go to him now.
Celso Neto, 2 for 2 at the National Park of Speed. They were just saying not nearly as excited as yesterday, but still got to be a great feeling.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, playing was the same as yesterday. Get to a good start. Chris had a really good pace at the beginning, so I was really trying to put my head down and create a gap. My teammate Cooper Brohl did a great start as well and got in between us, so that really helped us out, creating a gap with us in the beginning. But yeah, the draft's really important here. Chris didn't really have it today, so that definitely didn't play in his favor, which helped us a bit. But yeah, car was great. I think the whole team at Skip Barber, Simcraft Racing Simulators, everyone that helps me out, my sponsors. It really was a great weekend for sure. Sweeped it. Can't ask for anything better than that. Pole, P1. So thank you to my family, everyone, all my friends, all supporters, sponsors. Had a great time this weekend and hope to do it again at Barber. Let's go, yeah.
All right, you stole my last question from me. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, we're going to make our way over here and find Christian Pericarpi, the surprise winner up in the TC category.
And our winner in the number 22, going back to back, it's Celso